So that's how you get the ball rolling, right? You just want to be able to either jump on a FaceTime with a client to discuss what story you want to create with them. And this year I am focusing on creating stories with an emotional tie but has a product in it so that I can get hired. There she is.
Yes, I made it.
You did. I'm glad. How was work?
Were you at your crib?
Yeah.
Sorry about that.
No, not at all.
I'm fucking tired.
You've been at work since 5:45?
Since 5:40 fucking 5, Tom.
That is pretty tough. Pretty tough.
Yep.
So,
You already know.
since you're home and did you eat? You're good? You ready to go? Ready to talk?
I didn't eat yet, but I can talk. I had a snack so that I'm good. I'm ready. I got my laptop.
Okay.
I don't feel like I fucked up because I felt bad that I had to change it because I don't like to do that. I hold my accountable self.
Okay. I love that. I love that. So yeah, tell me what your ideas were.
Well, in reality, the funny part is when you wrote that to me, I laughed because what I was trying to do initially was I thought you had a vision for a dance video, but I know you haven't really done one, and you needed like a body. But then you're saying you want our personalities to show. So
I want something that you want, because we're talking about like something that you want to like show to the world of who you are and what you do.
That's such an interesting thing. I feel like I'm usually so open to the world, right? But the one thing on my mind right now would be cool to show that I haven't really talked about a lot. But the only thing I don't like is that it's very like, it's dark, it's more sad. It's like, remember I told you I worked at a gym and the guy that owned it sexually assaulted me.
Yeah.
And I've never been able to really like go public yet about it. Like I have a case that I want and things like that. And again, I can technically do a lot of things like art things about it, but also just talk about it technically. Because again, he already paid out, so we know it's true. But I have not had. Sorry, I'm trying to unlock my computer. I have not had the chance to share.
Okay, so if we go to that, go ahead.
I was just thinking, like, again, for me, what's changed for me that's been hard is like a loss in like sensuality, and like that feeling of being sexy, like the sadness, the weight gain, all those things that come. And again, just still feeling like we don't really have that voice. Yeah, we had a whole Me Too movement, but when it comes to women of color, they still don't really believe. They're still less talking about it. And again, it doesn't matter if you get assaulted when it's by somebody that's like not Diddy. Like if it's just a regular, oh, that's crazy. And then that's it.
Yeah.
Unless it's a big mogul or something, then it's a conversation.
Okay.
So that's something that came to mind. Again, it's a little bit darker.
But here's what we could do on top of that is to show how you have been able to still embrace your beauty because of that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Something about resilience would definitely
yes. So that would be like the resilient would be kind of like the takeaway that we could focus on is like, that's a tragic thing to go through, right? It's tragic, but you are still showing up for yourself and you're still going to continue doing whatever you need to do to get your justice for that. But what are ways that help you feel beautiful and help you feel seen?
What are the ways?
Yeah. Like, do you use any type of like, any type of products that help you kind of, feel that? Like it could be like a spray, it could be a lip gloss, it could be a lipstick, it could be a moisturizer.
I was like, my face routine is one for sure.
Okay, and what do you use for that?
For the face, I do like a green tea cleanser with 2 different serums, a vitamin C and a vitamin E serum, and then a moisturizer that's like a balancing moisturizer. And that always feels good because the skin and face and everything is hydrated and, all those things. And then the hair care is always a thing, the curls for the girls.
Yeah.
My hair is one of the things that always makes me feel really beautiful.
Okay.
So too, because I'm like horrified that I'm scared that my head shape is not as fire as yours when I go shave. Like I'm scared I got like 9.
I doubt it. I'm sure it looks just fine. One day in your life you might do it. You never know.
I'm gonna do. I gotta see what's in there. But that's definitely something that always makes me feel good when I have like the fresh set of curls, like just even diffusing them or using my Amika product to scrunch and curl and let them air dry, and then just knowing, I'm still me.
Okay.
At the end of the day.
So I like that. I'm still me. I like that. I'm still me at the end of the day.
Yes.
Okay. So that could be kind of like your ending or your beginnings quote. So I think that's what we should focus on is the resilience. If you don't want to, you don't have to talk too much about the incidents, but you could talk about how could we kind of showcase, it's like, we'll showcase.
I'm here for the talking low key. Like, I'm kind of ready to blow this motherfucker shit up. I mean, again, I don't want to give power to that, though, if that makes sense. Like, I don't want to give them too much, like, again, the empowerment for me. If I hear you. But
Yeah.
I don't mind having a little something I need to say, a little something. That's all I got to say.
Yeah, but I know, right? But at least we could talk about, so being a woman and like what you go through as a woman, right? As far as like, because of this, we could say, so the message would be to be resilient. I'm still me at the end of the day. Nothing's going to push me down. The products that I would want to use would either be like some of the beauty products. That would be kind of like B-roll on how it helps you kind of like feel hydrated emotionally, right? Like you emotionally feel hydrated with this face care. But I guess it is, we have to kind of show like what it is that like what you're resilient from without like, because if we do this as a YouTube video, right, which I don't mind, we could do it as a YouTube video show like, because when does Black History Month end? Which they're taking away, right?
Right. February 28th is technically the last day of February, so that would be the last day of Black History Month. But I'm always here for it's Black History Year. Also, March is Women's History Month. So if we need a little overlap, we can do that as well. Yeah, I don't know if you know.
Oh.
Again, they took it all away, too, so that's going away. But
no, let's do that.
Let me make sure that I'm not lying. I'm Googling real fast. Yep. Women's History Month, March 1st to March 31st. But we can still shoot it in this period of time because, again, I do leave town March 7th. So that's why, we have to...
Yeah, no, we'll shoot it before you leave so that we could actually promote it in March. I forgot it's Women's Month.
I know. They make us... Because, again, we already barely celebrate these things, and then they're trying to take it. It's, crazy. Yeah, so we could do it... it could still be, Black History Month all year, Black Year, but also Women's History. You can play...
Yeah. So it could be... They try to take away my identity. They try to take away my soul. They try to take away all these things. But at the end of the day, I'm still me. And this is what I do. And then we could go into, if you have dance clips, if you have, and then I could,
some songs too, now that we have these things that hopefully could send me.
Yeah, it's it would be because it would be for my YouTube, but on Instagram would be more of a shorter version of it, more of a shorter version. YouTube would be a longer version, probably 3 or 4 minutes, and then Instagram will probably be 35 seconds.
I have an EP out, so we could also use my music.
Oh, even better. Yeah. I would rather do that. I hate fucking...
You have the rights, yeah.
Trust me, I hate fucking having to find my own music, and then that's why when you introduced me to... Yeah, well, when you introduced me to SoundCloud, it was easy for me to strip music on there because it's not it's all mixed, so it doesn't even fucking matter.
Perfect.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, how do you feel about that being surrounded by how would we open it? So it would be about you saying that you've been through this tragic situation, but you're overcoming it every day by doing the simple things that make you happy.
Yeah, just getting up and still putting one foot in front of the other kind of vibe. I think there's a space where this year for itself, even without the trauma that I have as the initiator, this year's been fucking whooping everyone's ass. So it's going to be already good to start with I don't know if we're doing it an ad, asking, has this year been kicking ass? But there's also a space where everybody's been going through it this year.
Mm-hmm.
Financially, politically, watching all these shifts happen. So we could tie it into just
I just want to stick to you.
Yeah, that's true. But okay, so me.
Just you. Because
I'm fine.
yeah, well, that's just this, like, for me it's like, yeah, everyone going through shit, right? But like, if I stick to just what you're going through, then we are just gonna attract people that you can relate to, because we can't relate to
Yeah.
everyone. And I want to stick to
So,
you being a woman and you being black and like a dancer and just having
mhm.
this crazy ass fucking schedule. You know, you have like,
Yeah.
you're always in and out, your back
Yeah.
hurts,
Yeah.
all that
Your back hurts. You're going in and out, your back hurts. Yeah, I was just saying, like, yeah, just talking about that, like, how it is. Like, I
Oh,
have to sometimes double, triple what the average person does just to make ends meet. I'm trying to do the best I can to, like,
okay.
get through.
So
You
here's,
know what I
I've
mean?
been wanting, yeah, I've been wanting to start. I write down like different hooks that like I've seen other creators use for like a story, and this is one that kind of reminded me of what we're going through is, or you're going through, is for the last 3 months I couldn't sleep.
Mm.
That's a fucking strong ass
Yeah.
hook, right? And then we could go
Yeah.
into like what happened, like you had went through something, you had been going, or it could be 3 months or 6 months. So the last 6 months, for the last 6 months I couldn't sleep, and today I'm talking. And
Mm.
today you're gonna know why.
Today you're going to hear the story,
And then
yeah.
we go into you like, you know, beauty is more than skin deep, but I still focus on my skin to feel beauty, because the
Mm.
one thing that I need to be tied into is a product, which could be your face stuff. All my
Mm.
videos are gonna be have to showcase some type of wellness or beauty, so we could create a story around your face products, or if you want to do it around like a makeup product. But if you don't wear makeup, that's fine. The beauty product still does fine, because it's still
Yeah,
considered
no, I
beauty.
do wear makeup mainly for my shows, so that's why when I'm not doing a show or anything, which is literally all the time, I'm usually there. But we could do it like as though I was getting ready for like a show or a rehearsal
Okay.
day anyway. So
Yeah, because
we could
ideally,
think about which makeup product would be the best.
yeah, because and it's just very like, it's the makeup, the makeup scene isn't gonna be like, it's probably gonna be very subtle, so it's gonna be maybe 3 seconds, and that's something like, if you know, after we stop talking today, you could kind of think of like something like, could be a mascara, it could be foundation,
Yeah.
it could be a mixture of all of them, but the main focus would be talking about how like how you're resilient as a woman. And I mean, how do you feel about that intro, the last 6 months?
I'm not mad at it because I mean I constantly struggle with sleep, and I mean honestly, what's that called? What's the word? Insomnia is a part of the different things that I've like been diagnosed with, even though I've gotten better. But like when I had that PTSD and it was fresh, that was absolutely something. So it wouldn't necessarily be like a false statement to be like I've been having fucked up sleep, you know, for
Yeah.
3 months. So if we take the tagline and make it more dramatic by saying I have whatever to pre,
Well,
that's fine.
because the takeaway, we would be promoting that you need to let it out. You can't
Yeah.
just keep holding it in. So it's like,
No.
for the last 6 months I couldn't sleep because I didn't know how, I didn't have an outlet. I kept staying busy, and today
Yeah.
I'm here to say that there's ways to express it and get it out of your system. And you were doing that through dance, you were doing that through work and all these things, but today you're actually going to sit still. You're going to sit still, and you're going to focus on just being comfortable with the stillness and letting it out that way. So because they have to have a takeaway, right? Like, because we don't want to just say,
I love
oh,
it.
let's just
That's
be
my motif.
yeah, let's just be like this. Like, there's ways to let it out, and I think what the biggest takeaway would be to express it visually, express it visually, and that's what we want people to get away from this, especially with the whole month of March. It's like, maybe we could promote people or women to put a video out like yours, where it's like, okay, what did you struggle with, and what are you what do you need to express? So I
Yeah.
mean,
I think this is a good one, and I think it'll go really well with the themes of my song "So Hum," which I'll send to you so you can listen.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
it.
send it to me. Okay.
So hum, and it's like that's the words in meditation too. So hum, but I think that it goes well with the being still. It's a takeaway. I think that's gonna be
Okay.
It's gonna be perfect.
So express visual. The takeaway would be to express yourself visually. The message is to be is being resilient regardless. And then I like your quote. It's like, I'm still me at the end of the day regardless. Period. And then the product, it would be makeup. And then
We gotta describe it.
yeah. And then as far as like where do you feel like we could film this? Because so let's talk about B-roll actually really quick. So B-roll would be, excuse me, your dance clips, any tour footage that you have on your phone, tour footage, sound bites that you have of you. I don't know if any, but and if you have any of someone saying, "Oh shit, I'm tired." I don't know. Sound bites, and then your music, your song. So your song. What other B-roll do you think would be? Because B-roll could be stuff that you have on your camera or on your phone, and then stuff that we could create. But it's gonna like right now. What's huge with content is very unpolished. Like I don't want it to be any addy, salesy. Like I want it to be very raw and like to the point.
I have a Dropbox full of stuff that I can like. Either we can sit together and look through together and choose like the best, or I can like try to sift through a beginning and send you and you sift. But there's tons of that. Whether it's the tour footage with Janae, we can do Lion King stuff for her. You know what I mean? Like we can do Disney always because you know about Disney.
Yeah, I would just say like pick 3 dance clips of you in it, and then we could add a voiceover to them. So I just want to showcase like you, in your element. And regardless of what the fuck you were going through, you were still out there dancing with Janae Aiko. You were still out there doing Lion King. So like the emotional tie that we would be creating is that you're still out there putting this face, right? But deep down inside, you have this shit. You know?
Yeah.
So I would just say 3 clips, 3 of your best clips from your tour. When you're on tour, are you on a bus or are you in a hotel or how does that look?
Both. It's a tour traveling on a bus, and then we do have hotel days.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then, do you have maybe look for 3 clips of you like sitting in a hotel, sitting on the bus. Anything that kind of establishes that you are on tour, aside from you being on the stage. If you don't have that, it's fine. But I'm sure you have some clips of you with your friends, like, oh, we're on tour or something like that.
Yeah, I'm sure to find something.
So something like that. So if you don't have anything of you like in your bus or in the hotel, maybe a clip of you being with like a selfie with you and your friends on tour, stuff like that. I mean that we would only need like 6 clips, so just 3 of you on stage and 3 of you kind of in your element with your friends talking or whatever. And then as far as like filming it, we could either do it at your house, or we could do it there's some that could do your home or your car, because everyone's in their car. Because you're going from audition to audition.
For me, I was like, because I'm always on the go. The car would probably be a good one.
Okay, so we could do your car. Because I could get you talking about it, or you on the phone with your friend. Like, say your friend calls you and you're just like, yeah, like I'm gonna go to this other audition right now. I just got off work. I barely have time to eat, so I'm just gonna go get something to eat really quick. And then I could be in your car while you're doing that. So it could be a car scene, and then all of the other stuff would be mainly just I'm gonna write the story right now. I just wanted to kind of get an idea of what it is, and then I could think. Yeah, and I could think of where we could possibly get. We could film it because it doesn't have to be. I'm just trying to think because it literally is going to be a 3-minute thing, so it could be you walking from one studio to another. Right, it could be, we could go to one of your dance studios and maybe sit outside you on the dance studio, just talking or just going through it, or getting a call in the lobby of a dance studio. I mean, it's just gonna be a lot of, it could be voiceover too. So a lot of it could be half voiceover or half you actually talking.
I love it. No, I think that's going to work. And there's definitely studios we can use for that. We can also, there's studios that have rooms for like $20-$25 that I could, cover, and we could just use that to even get like a little bit of me freestyling if we wanted some. And get a little moment of like expression. Maybe I just freestyle to my own song, but it's like vibes, and that we can. Like free dancing too, like a little freestyle clip with this.
Okay, I like that. So a dance studio, and then at that point there could be a moment where you just like exactly like you said, you dance to your music and you just like have this let it out and just be like fuck, like this is how I let it out, but I need to talk. You need to talk, and then you could talk to the camera like you're talking to another woman that needs you to be there to help them get out of their shit, So the idea is to focus on someone else that went through the same thing, so you could help them express themselves the way you're expressing yourself, and then this will help you kind of help you heal something too, because
Yes.
a lot of times when I do
Yes.
these videos, it heals you because you're letting it out
Listen,
with
that's why
no.
I mentioned it as the one thing that came to my mind. I was just like, ooh, there's only like one part of myself that's not already on my sleeve, because you just can't tell that anyways, because people don't have that, just like, boom, I've been assaulted, or boom, I'm like going through it. So I think that's dope.
Okay, so then
Yeah.
it would be like that'd be so cool. So it'd be assaulted. Sorry. Assaulted, what else? Two other things that you want to assaulted.
I mean, just the general like financial struggles within dance, like the ebb and flow. Like, there's always, you're never able to be comfortable, because there's always a time where you're like, my friend always calls them job interviews. What normal people do is job interview, they get a job and they're in it, and then they get to just work their way up the job. We job interview every fucking job. Is the audition. I have a job interview every fucking other month. You might get a great job, but then you're only as good as quote unquote your last job, or at least
Okay.
capitalism like people think so. So
So it's like
just that
managing.
idea of, like, trying to find money.
That's a
Yeah.
hard fucking life, yeah. So it's
Yeah.
managing all of that. Okay. Okay, I love this. I'm gonna okay, so just think of I'm gonna write this down. So we kind of got the idea of it, right? Showcasing the main idea of you being resilient, aside from everything that you're going through, and always having to stay relevant. Let me put the back problem, the back problem, and then the takeaway would be to being vulnerable is your superpower, right? Telling people, like, regardless of whatever stage you're on, you're still able to kind of show this other side of you, so that someone else could also show that.
Yes. I love it.
Okay, I'm gonna write the story, and then I'm gonna send it to you, and then we'll have like an idea of what we're doing, and if you want to add to it, cool. And then what day do you think we could start filming it? And let's look. I just want to think of, like, also how much time do you need to get the 3 clips of you being on stage, and then another 3 clips of you just being in the atmosphere.
That shouldn't be hard. I could probably do that sometime this week.
Okay.
Get that to you.
Okay.
It's more like like you said, getting the freestyle part, and then just the actual physical filming, trying to make sure I'm cute.
Yeah.
Crazy.
What about when do you think you film? Can you film on Saturday?
Saturday, the only time I could film, like, not this Saturday.
Okay.
That one I can do. But the first I could do, but it would just have to be after 6.
PM.
Why are you laughing?
No.
Yes, after 6 p.m.
No.
My kids,
What about
I thought you were lying.
what about Sunday?
Sunday?
Or-
This Sunday?
Or anytime this week during the day? Can you do
During the
like
day.
Wednesday during the Thursday during the day?
Damn, this
You
week
work?
during the day is yoked up, just because of the, speaking of Black History, because I'm helping the kids with the Black History.
Okay,
Month,
okay.
And Black History. But the 23rd, which is Sunday, I could just try to take off True Fusion, because that's the only thing I have on Sundays is True.
Well, I'll be working, so we could go after.
Ooh, okay. I'm down for that.
Okay, and then we only need like if you wanted to do the studio thing, I would say just figure out which studio you want to do, and maybe we could do that.
Yeah.
Get it all done. I'm gonna create the story now, and then we could definitely add to it, and after even we get off the phone, you're gonna definitely like marinate and see if there's anything else that you want to add to it, and then next Sunday, which is 1, 2, 3, 5 days from now, we'll be able to at least get the intro of you saying the last 6 months. Or if there's something else that resonates with you, it could be like I went from X to Y, or the difference between, or there's nothing where I don't know anyone who.
X to Y might work for weight gain. That might be a good one. But yes, love it all.
Yeah,
Here
but
for it. I will reflect on that, and I got you.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, I'll send you the thing.
I'm gonna go nap now. I love you.
Okay, I'll talk to you soon. Bye. Okay, so that's how you get the ball rolling, right? You just want to be able to either jump on a FaceTime with a client to discuss what story you want to create with them. And this year I am focusing on creating stories with an emotional tie, but has a product in it, so that I could get hired buy a product. So, you know, she definitely has a lot that she wants to incorporate in this story, which you're not gonna be able to do all of that. Like, this movie is gonna be like 3 minutes, so that is when you kind of get the feel of what they want to do, and then you create the story, and then tie in what makes sense with the story, and then, you know, go from there. So I'm gonna write it up and then send it to her, and then we just set a date to shoot next Sunday, and then just get the ball rolling. Oh, also, we incorporated the Women's Month, right? So Black History Month is February. Next month is Women's Month. So it's a good time to tie in like the struggles of a woman with what the world is gonna be celebrating. So it's good to kind of tie in that together so that it stays relevant. But okay, so let me go ahead and start the story and get some coffee.